This is a video on the use of words, and oftentimes you'll read in the paper or hear verbally mentioned from the fake, phony, liars, newscasters. They'll talk about there's 100 new cases of coronavirus. There's 100 new cases of COVID-19. Now, what you think they said was, there's 100 occurrences of a medical disease. What they meant by their words in writing or verbally spoken, there are 100 situations that require your investigation. So, for example, let's say there is a detective who is working on a case in a particular company where a secretary has been accused of stealing $100,000. And let's just say that that detective examines everything and concludes it would be absolutely impossible for this secretary to steal $100,000. My conclusion as the detective is that the secretary did not steal $100,000. The detective was on a case that required investigation. And just because it is labeled a case doesn't mean that there's something there. In other words, in my hypothetical example, the secretary was innocent. But it was a case, and the detective was assigned to the case. Investigation was required. Now, what about you? What about me? When they say there's 100 new cases of, well, it's time for you to put on your hat and get out your pipe and act a little like none other than the great Sherlock Holmes. It's a case. So why don't you investigate? Why don't you go ahead and you do the thinking? Don't allow the media to do your thinking for you. That's what about 95% of the population does. They sit back on the couch, turn on television, and they allow someone to, quote, do all their thinking for them. So you put on your detective hat, get your pipe, and tell Watson to bring his revolver, and the two of you go on a case and check all the clues, check all the evidence. And do you know what you will discover? You will find out you've been lied to. And you've been lied to on the grandest scale possible. Meaning, every source of media is lying to you. Yes, every source. And if you don't believe that, I'll send you to NDAA 2013. Section 1078. It gives to the hoax liars permission to lie. So go ahead. I dare you, put on your detective hat. I dare you, call up Watson. I dare you, go out into the streets of London and investigate for yourself. You're going to find out that as I have here in the bottom corner, it's all a sick joke. And yes, I guess there's a pun there. Yes, it is a sick joke. But it's also an evil joke. I want to tell you about one who has no evil in him, no guile, the Lord Jesus Christ. You investigate the Lord Jesus and you'll find out. He is the way, the truth, and the life. I thank you for listening and watching. End of video.